Oh boy, another pickups video! I sure hope there's good games in this one. Oh yeah.
Thank you for coming back. Once again, we're continuing the Fair Game Pickup series. Last week I did loose cartridges, which nothing wrong with that. But I got some good stuff right here, like complete in box stuff, box no manual stuff. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna start with Genesis because why not? And like I said, I picked up stuff, even more stuff, after I did the big purchase, so they're all kind of mixed together. So for Genesis, I got X-Men. Just as X-Men Special Edition poster. Now see, it's not complete to the extent where it has the poster, but it has the manual, has the cartridge. Cartridge looks to be in pretty good condition. I mean, shoot, it even still has that little tabby thing on the case. Can't go wrong with that, right? Okay, and next Genesis game, Arrow, the Acrobat. Yeah, still has the little tabby thing, just doesn't have the manual. But the case is in pretty good condition. Okay, I'm sorry, hold on, it's annoying me. Earthquake! There we go. So, Arrow the Acrobat, complete. Well, not complete, box no manual. But that's okay. I mean, I know the manual is usually the hardest part to find. Or if it's an NES or Super Nintendo game, the box. But that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, so we're going to first start with box no manuals for the NES. I mean, just a Genesis. Box no manual, Goblet 2. Yeah. Now, I was kind of iffy about picking it up, but you know what? I went ahead and did it because I love the Gauntlet games. My brothers would always force me into the characters that they didn't want, but I love the game all the same. Another box no manual, Gyromite. Right? Now, I got a box no manual, but what they didn't know... No, I'm kidding. This is actually my second quote-unquote copy of Gyromite. Now, I use quotation marks because I bought a lot a while ago of a good chunk of Nintendo games, and Gyromite happened to be in there. The cartridge label says Gyromite, but the chipset inside is not Gyromite. It's actually Metal Gear Solid 2 Snake's Revenge, or Metal Gear 2 Snake's Revenge. Sorry, I misspoke. But it came with a manual. So, now that I have the game, and the box, and the manual, I now have a complete in-box Gyromite. Whoop whoop. There we go. Silver lining, right? Next one. Bad Dudes. Oh, yeah. Now, there is some writing on the back of the box. That's fine. But the box is in pretty good shape. It's a box no manual, which is fine. Dude, Bad Dudes. I didn't have it before, and I know there's collectors out there. There's people out there like, dude, how do you not already have it? And I will tell you this one simple thing. I may or may not have already had it before, and then at one point, I ended up selling my collection. I know, blasphemy! How dare you sell your collection? But I sold my collection, and now I'm starting to try and build it back up. So I'm trying to get it back to where it was. It's not nearly there, but, you know, we're trying to get it there. Okay, so the rest of the games that I show you are going to be complete in box, 100%. And some of these are pretty good, like Iron Tank, complete in box. And the box is actually in really good condition, considering that it's from the NES time frame, where a good chunk of those boxes, what did kids do? They ripped them open, threw them away. So, there you go. Iron Tank. Next one, Jaws. Gotta love it. It's an LJN title. Jaws for the NES. complete inbox. You're like, really, Jaws? Jaws? I don't think you guys realize how many games I'm missing from my collection. And there's a game that I'm going to show you. I'm like, really? And I'm going to be like, yeah. But that'll come later. Excitebike. Complete inbox. And actually, this box is actually, despite its wear around the edges, it's actually in pretty good condition. Pretty good condition. It's not that bad. And of course, a game that I got, partially because, well, it's what got my mom into video games. I know, right? And that's Jeopardy! Complete inbox. Now, if you notice, all the games that I've shown you have, like, if they were Genesis, they had their plastic clamshell case. If it's NES, the boxes have been in a clear plastic box dust cover. Not to be confused with the cartridge cover, which goes at the bottom of the Nintendo and Super Nintendo games. That is to help preserve the square clear boxes. There to help preserve the boxes and make sure they don't get too beat up. I use this because they're already kind of beat up, but it's to help preserve them. Fair Game offers them free of charge, because normally the games that are complete in box are usually already in them. And like, oh, here you go. So the little clear box is part of the price, which awesome, because then I would have had to just buy a box, and it makes things a whole lot easier. I can't stress, Fair Game is awesome. I don't have a bad thing to say about them. Every time I go in, they greet me. They say hi, how you doing? If I have a question, they answer it. If I'm not sure about something, like I said, Boy and his Blob, I said I wasn't sure. They go the extra mile, show me some footage, do it, customer service is number one over there at Fair Game. Fair Game is my go-to shop. It's my go-to shop. I can't say enough. Now, this is where you're going to be like, why did you buy that? Just why? And that's Bible Adventures. Now, I've seen the Fair Game Facebook posts. Somebody's like, really? Bible Adventures? And Fair Game had my back. They're like, well, he didn't have it before. And I'd like to point out, it's sealed. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. A sealed copy. Granted, if probably going to make people cry, because I'm still debating whether or not to open it. Just think about it. I'd be the first one and only person to ever play this copy of Bible Adventures. Now, back in your mind, you're like, but it's Bible Adventures. Yes, but if it was like Super Mario Bros. 3 or Super Mario Bros. Or Mega Man 1 or pretty much any of the Mega Mans, and it was a sealed copy, you're going to tell me you wouldn't want to be the first one to play that copy? Come on. Alright. Now this one, I picked up. Box is pretty banged up, but this is a game I played when I was younger. I thoroughly loved it. Once again, Monster Party. Complete inbox. And, Steve, if you're out there, I'm sorry, bro. I know I broke your big spender record, and I know you're eyeing this, debating whether or not you wanted it or not. Sorry, bro. Had to have it. Sorry. If I come across another one, I'll let you know. Next game, Werewolf: The Last Warrior. Once again, complete inbox. Now, this is another one that I saw on YouTube that I thought was interesting, and I'm like, hey, you know what? I didn't play it before. Let's play it now. I'm all about collecting. It's like, might as well, right? And then next one is Defender 2. Now, here's what's cool about Defender 2. Defender 2 holds a little special spot in my nostalgia. Because back in the day, my mother refused to ever buy us a Nintendo. And you're probably wondering, then how did you get a Nintendo? How do you have nostalgia for these games? My dad was in communication with my grandmother, his mom, and apparently she had sent him some money to get us something for Christmas. He decided, I'm going to get him a Nintendo. He bought us 3 boys a Nintendo to share, and bought us each a game. He bought my brother Adam, Adam's Family. Bought Jeremy, Defender 2. Honestly, I don't even remember what I got. But I know that I don't have it anymore. Which is sad. But Defender 2, going back to Defender 2, my brother had Defender 2. And we didn't get new copies. No. It was used, and that was okay. There's nothing wrong with it. But I'm glad that, one, I could add Defender 2 back to my collection, or add it to my collection, and I'm glad I could get it complete in box. Complete in box is, oh my goodness, it makes, I mean, yes, you can, now the only problem is to get a better copy. You know what I mean? It's like, once you have a complete in box, you don't really need anything else for that game. You just need to get a better version, get a better box, and just upgrade. You don't necessarily have to actively look for that game, but if you come across a better copy, then you upgrade. Okay, next one is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And the box is really good condition. I can't, a little wear right here in the corner, but the box is in, oh my gosh, I just crapped myself condition. I'm kidding. It's in really good condition though. Now, for those who have been subscribed to my channel and have watched my previous videos, you know I've already done a playthrough of this game. Now, you have a question. Did I play on a ROM, or do I already own it? And the answer is, I already own it, but I don't own it complete in box. And the cartridge in here is in better condition. So for right now, I'm just going to have 2 copies. Eventually, I might donate my second copy to a friend of mine. We'll wait and see if he gets a Nintendo like he says he's going to. Find out, but I'm all for promoting video games. They, I can't endorse them enough. They improve motor skills. They improve hand-eye coordination. Sometimes they help. You know what I mean? They're not all video games are bad. Top Gun is the final game. Okay, it's not the final game. I lied. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to lie. Please don't switch the video off. I'm kidding. The next game is Top Gun. And I believe I already have the second one, but I don't have the first one. Nor did I have it in box. And the box, once again, most of the boxes have a little wear around the edges. It's going to happen with time. But the back, the front, still crisp, still clear, and complete in box. Dude, these may not seem like big hitters to you guys, but it's like if it's a game I didn't have, or it's a box I didn't have, I'm gonna snatch it up. I'm gonna add it to my collection. Now these ones, like I said, I've been adding games, so it's not just the big haul that I got to become Big Spender Champion. Hashtag champ is here. But I've been picking up more and more games every time I go in for like the last week or two. And these ones, they hadn't even processed yet. They hadn't even put into the plastic boxes yet. But complete in box. Spy Hunter? Dude, come on. Complete in box. And despite a little wear around the edges, same with most of the boxes, it's pretty good condition. Can't complain, right? Oh my goodness, I cannot complain. That is fantastic. Now this one, Tiny Toon Avengers, and no, the brightness on my camera is not broken. It is a little sun faded, but you know what? With the exception of a little sun fade, a little wear around the edges, it's still in pretty good condition, and it's complete in box. Well, and the little sticker. I know y'all saw it. You were like, ooh, I'm going to leave that in the comment. I saw it. But I didn't have the box before, nor did I have the game before. Matter of fact, when I wanted to get the game, the store in question, I'm not going to name any names, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to shop there anymore. You know, this game shop, or, you know, Last Stop for Games. I'm not going to say their name, but betting from my comments you can probably figure it out. Although they were called EB Games at the time, or one of the other subsidiaries, so it may not be necessarily their fault. But I asked for this game. They gave me Tiny Toon Adventures 2, which I guess is kind of whatever. But I didn't have it. Now I do. And yeah, it's a little sun faded, but you know what? You can always upgrade the box later. And the final game, which should have been in earlier, Vector Man. Complete. In box. And if you look at the box, there's a little wear and tear. But for the most part, it's all there. Hey, I just rhymed. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Crisp. Yeah, once again, I got this at the same time as Tiny Toons and Spy Hunter. Dude, they're like, hey, we got some stuff. You want to look at it? Sure. See what I can pick out. That's going to do it for part 2 of this multi-part series. I hope you find some stuff that you guys enjoyed. I got more coming. And don't think just because I'm done with fair game pickups doesn't mean, one, I'm not going to have more fair game pickups, or that I'm not going to have more pickups in general. Oh my gosh, I have so many pickups. Like, you see the chair behind me? There's a little corner back here. It's full of stuff that I need to do videos on. So believe you me, there's more content coming. Next part of the series coming next week. See you then.
Oh man, those pickups were amazing! Hit subscribe and don't forget the notification bell so you can stay in the loop.